about making the world better for the next generation and the generation after that. And I think Barack Obama on a local level, on a personal level, on a global level, will touch and move people in a way that will make the world better. Because he's up against, sort of like the impossible kind of task, but he's not promising, to just fix it by himself with a Band-Aid. He's getting a team of people to, okay, let's sit down and see what we can do. And that, can't really ask for too much more than that. Excerpts of a children's story that I've written called The Dreamer and Her Dream. And the story is about how God made children special. And there are different gifts that they've been given. So this one with the swirls, she's playing the trumpet, she's, the music and all those things in the air. But those swirls, as I was saying before, represent like the Spirit of God and that the presence of the Holy Spirit and the light, the light of Christ. And really, when you think about it, God put that rainbow in the sky after the storm. And what I'm most struck by is that after you have the storms of life, that you can live through it and be shining. We have very radiant examples of just how God pulls you through so many different things. And for children, their lives are open and bright. It's wide open what they could be. And then I definitely believe, like with this one, with the butterflies, I've been using butterflies as a symbolic of the change and transformation that's inevitable in our lives, but then angels, because I believe that God puts different people in your life to help you become, the person that He's called you to be, like earth angels. Sometimes we know who they are, and sometimes we don't. So when I look at people and photographs and different things, I'm always sizing them up as a painting and seeing what else is there, because I believe God blesses us every day, and you have these sort of divine appointments. It's just whether or not we're open to them. Life happens. You're doing so many other things. I'm teaching here at Texas Southern University and raising a daughter, elementary school age child, and so there's so much life happening all around me. But to just get in that zone to actually be painting, then when I start, it's like, okay, she's painting some more. But this one is. All of these really, pretty much the ones in this exhibition are related to different psalms. And I was talking about it being like a spiritual journey, and this one is like about that love, when the man is right with God and the woman is right with God, then that explosive kind of love, that dynamic, sort of heaven sent. That's what that one is about. And then guidance here, just as a parent, you want to be, we're given the children. They are a blessing. Children are a blessing. And then we have this task of raising them and helping them to be who God has called them to be. And they're ours for a little while. And so I'm always praying and asking God, to help me be a good mom. I think definitely as a mom, you have to be moving in faith, because there's so many things. There's definitely a lot of things that you don't see coming, and you wear so many different hats to kind of make it all right. And then this one, everybody's like, oh, it's Mardi Gras. And I'm like, well, the beautiful thing about artwork is that art is very much about what people bring to the experience of looking at art. So everybody sees different things in it. But she has on a mask. She has the butterfly. It's like a butterfly mask if you look a little closely. And it's about sort of the change and transformation that occurs that women go through, that I've gone through. Sort of coming beyond that mask. You hide behind the mask. Sometimes you don't even realize you do that. And then the other ones are just about sort of that emergence and the flowering of the garden. My mom was really into the garden, and so here you have the rainbows and the flowers sort of converging. If you start to see all these little green wispy things, it's because they're starting to be flowers. Almost like the flowering of your imagination, of your spirit, blossoming, coming out of that cocoon, be specific, coming out, turn into a butterfly. So, yeah. This one, the angel of the Lord, and then that one, Psalm 18, He heard me from heaven. The one thing I always tell people is that you definitely have to have some type of relationship with God. That's ultimately what it boils down to. That when you pray that He's listening, and that when you need the help, that He will respond. And my personal experience has been that when I pray, that He responds, and that out of all the darkness, that He always turns all those no's into yeses. That's the beautiful thing. All things working together for those who love the Lord. I think I live that, and I see that. And so I try and express those things in my artwork. Because I feel like my purpose is to inspire people with art and words, and I hope that I do that.